Shalom, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to introduce to you a rock. That rock being a rock in the desert of Saudi Arabia. That rock being in northwest Saudi Arabia, just at the northeast portion of the land of Midian, the land that Moses dwelled in. This particular rock is located near where the Amalekites dwelled out in the desert. This particular rock is located in an area where there is no water. I'm talking about that rock at Horeb. The Bible talks about the split rock at Horeb that Moses struck with his staff, and water burst forth out of this rock, creating a small lake. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that rock at Horeb is still there. It's located just north of Jabal al-Lawz, which many believe, I personally also believe, that is the real Mount Sinai. This particular rock I'm speaking about is that rock at Horeb. The split rock that Moses struck with his staff, and water burst out and formed a lake there. But that rock is not alone. There are actual evidence all around it pointing to a Semitic, Israelite, Egyptian civilization traveling through this area. There is remains of burials there. There is carvings. There are petroglyphs depicting animals and even Hebrew writing, Hebrew letters and words, all carved in the rocks all around that area. I was on an expedition where we documented many of these carvings and archived them. This proves that the ancient Israelites came through this area. There's even plains where we have found evidence of major battles. This would absolutely match the description of their battling with the Amalekites. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat. In this video, I'm going to share with you real drone footage from the split rock and all the angles, and we're going to cover so much beautiful footage and point out so much to you. Before we get into that, I must share with you all the petroglyphs and carvings and inscriptions on the rocks all around this area. Some of that being Hebrew letters, Hebrew words, Semitic languages, and depictions of footprints and major battles of people fighting and hunting animals. It's very important to note that there is a lot of proof, all supporting the concept and idea that this is that rock at Horeb. Now let's go on to see this beautiful rock that stands deep in the Saudi Arabian desert that once poured out water for the ancient Israelites. go. So this rock and this mound sits on two tectonic plates, and there was water that formed underneath that was pushing up. It was all prepared for Moses to come with the Israelites, as he knew in advance they would be wanting the water. How great is our God that he knows our needs before we even know we need them. But he tells Moses to come up here, strike the rock. The people were about to kill Moses for bringing him out to Rephidim where there's no water. And then he struck the rock, and the rock split and pieces of the big boulder fell down. We can see that today. And we can also see that there is a small lake and little channels of water that have formed because of all the rush of water. So we'll take a look at that now. Deep channels at the base of the split rock, Rephidim. This is located at the base of the split rock. It's a pile. Look at the straight line here. These are organized, well placed. Somebody had chiseled these to be in certain shape. So it's nice and well designed. Same goes for this one. They're chiseled. This is a burial. So what we're dealing with is a complete archaeological pair-up to what we find described in the Bible. There's no rock like this on the planet, especially for it to be located in exactly the right area. Praise God that He has allowed us the opportunity to look at this biblical archaeology left behind, preserved deep in the desert, waiting for us to discover it. The rocks are literally crying out to us and praising God with evidence that the Bible is true. There's always going to be more evidence found supporting the Bible because we're just getting started. Saudi Arabia is now allowing people in to see these places, and eventually there's going to be an outpouring of information coming from archaeological digs in the future. We look forward to those days. I hope this has blessed you. Thank you. And God bless you.